It is a truth universally acknowledged that a man possessed of a sister of marriageable age and independent fortune must be in want of a healthy bachelor born of a good family. She will not have him either, Fitzwilliam Darcy told himself as he watched another young man hover about his sweet, reserved, lovely sister. He will flatter, he will smile, he will cajole. Then one of two things will happen. If he is sincere, her disinterest will drive him away. If he seeks her fortune of £30,000, he will persist until I drive him away. Darcy shook his head. All these years of disdain, and I find myself in rapt admiration of my wife's ridiculous mother, and her gift for marrying off 4 of 5 impoverished daughters, all of them at a younger age than my one wealthy sister. Darcy thought for a moment about his use of the adjective ridiculous in describing his mother-in-law, and resolved to expunge that word from his vocabulary. His wife was too dear to him. He had never known any other woman, and never would. Such was the nature of Fitzwilliam Darcy, to love only once. He frowned. Was that Georgiana's fate, too? To love only one man? Is that why this business of receiving suitors had proven so fruitless? Darcy kept his posture of mild disinterest, but coloured a little at the unwelcome idea. Blast him! It cannot have been love. I should have killed the rabid cur when I had him by the tail. I could have saved myself an ocean of recrimination, and my wife's family an equal amount of scandal and humiliation. Although it was imperceptible to all others, Elizabeth Darcy had noticed the change in her husband's mood and swept to his side. As he turned to acknowledge her presence, he once again felt a pleasant rush of desire. It amused him to realize how little she had to do in order to capture his full attention. When he was a young man, he took great pride in his disdain for the petty flatteries and alluring devices of women. As a man, married 10 years, with a son aged almost 8 years, he was paying the price for that youthful invulnerability. He whispered into her ear. Now Elizabeth coloured a little and smiled just enough to indicate her pleasure. Just then a perfidious twinge of envy crawled into Darcy's breast, and he worked to beat it back. Yes, Rosings was a far more elegant estate than his own Pemberley. The floor of Rosings' ballroom, for example, was Italian marble, while Pemberley's room was half its size, and with a hardwood parquet floor. Pemberley's room had tapestry wall hangings, where Rosings' ballroom walls were lined with oil paintings. Darcy sniffed. Tapestries better control the sound. Too much echoing in this room. The music and conversation collide here, where at Pemberley they blend. Pemberley has the atmosphere more conducive to... He stopped himself. Since becoming a father, Darcy found that he yearned for things for his wife and his child, and, yes, for his sister too, that he had never wanted for himself. To all of his acquaintance, Fitzwilliam Darcy was a man to be envied, but in this past 8 years his vision had focused on his limitations. Wealth was not enough, because he already had wealth. Being welcomed at court, being addressed by a title, these were all just beyond his fingertips, and so they were what he desired. Aloud, Darcy remarked that this ball at Rosings was quite delightful, and the society elegant, yet all of pleasant acquaintance. Elizabeth nodded, but watched Georgiana carefully. No, she concluded, she is not interested in him.
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.